Hey, welcome back to Life on the Wrist. Hope you're doing well. So Baselworld is in full swing and I thought we would give our opinions about the Tudor releases for 2019 at Baselworld in this video. But before we do that, as always, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking this video and leaving us a comment, really would be appreciated. If you do that, you can also enter our giveaway. We are giving away a Swatch System 51 limited edition to Hodinkee. It's the blue version. We'll put a link in the description of the video where we talk about how you are to enter into the giveaway. It's very, very simple. You're gonna go to our Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're gonna like a bunch of stuff on all those pages, and then you're entered. You just have to tell us in the comments of the YouTube giveaway video that you did all the steps in order to enter, and you'll have the opportunity to win a free watch. This is a worldwide giveaway, so don't worry if you're in the remote parts of the world. We will somehow find a way to get this Swatch System 51 to you so that you can add it to your collection or gift it to someone or do whatever you want with it. It's a really beautiful watch. It's in the original box, it's unopened. Still has the stickers on the case back as well as the dial side of the watch. So completely new. The only reason why I opened the box was to take a few pictures, so check out the description for the giveaway and we look forward to the drawing. The drawing will be done next Monday, so what's that, the 8th? Something like that. So, or the 7th? No, it's the 8th. So be prepared for that. It would be great if you have your notifications turned on and subscribe to the channel so you can see when our video is released. Anyway, back to the Tudor releases at Baselworld 2019. As you know, Tudor was in attendance there and they had some really cool pieces that they came out with. The first one I would like to discuss is the two-tone Black Bay Chronograph. This watch is really cool. For some reason, there's a huge revitalization of two-tone watches. I think it's because consumers are now buying a lot more two-tone watches. As an example, I know that Datejust two tones and Tudor date dates have really become very hot. There isn't like a stigma about two-tone watches anymore. That 80s kind of two-tone feel is coming back and people are respecting two-tone watches a lot more. So this two-tone Black Bay Chronograph is really cool. It's 41 millimeters. It has this really beautiful like brownish black dial, which is really nice, and I really like the fact that the date function is at 6 o'clock. I think it works with the watch really nicely. It's running on the NT5813 in-house movement. It's cost certified too, so really robust and accurate movement. I think it's a really cool watch, and for $6,800 US on the bracelet, it's a really great bargain for a chronograph from a really great manufacturer, and also it's a beautiful piece. Obviously two-tone isn't everyone's taste, so you have to really like that kind of aesthetic, but it's a great piece nonetheless. It also comes on a brown leather strap and a fabric strap, so you can, if you don't really like bracelets, you prefer to have some other type of strap on it, you can always do those, and I think they're a little bit less expensive than the bracelet. The next one is the Black Bay Bronze. Obviously this is not a really new model, just different types of colors that are used. It has a really beautiful slate gray dial, which I really like. I really like mixing slate gray dials with like sweaters and stuff like that, so really cool way to mix up your wardrobe. It's a cool iteration. It's running the MT5601 cost certified movement, so again, super robust movement. If you can't really stretch yourself into buying a Rolex of Manor, this is a really great alternative. It's definitely for the mass market. This is something that you can strap on the wrist and most people are going to like it, so definitely is a great option for you. And it comes on leather and on a fabric strap. For some reason they really like fabric straps this year, which is cool. I think mixing up the straps is differentiating them from a lot of other companies that are just doing straight bracelets. And then so this watch on leather retails for about $4,000 US. Really cool watch. I think like I said, it's a mass market appeal. I think a lot of people are gonna like it, especially because Black Bays are super hot right now. I have seen a little bit of a decline in the prices, but I think it's just because there's maybe a little bit too much hype around them. It's gonna stabilize around a specific price and probably just slowly creep up from there. But the big story with Tudor is their Black Bay P01. This is probably the most talked about watch from Baselworld. I remember when the first day of coverage, there were so many pictures of this watch on Instagram. It really blew up the internet just because of the fact that it's such a different watch. So to give you a little bit of context, this watch has been seen in a lot of books and Instagram, but it hasn't really had a lot of details behind it. It was assumed that this was a fake. I've seen these all over the place, people trying to sell them, and a lot of the times I just shied away from them because I didn't know enough information about it. So this watch was actually a prototype watch in the 60s that was used to pitch the US Navy for a program called the Commando program. The ask from Tudor was to create a diver's watch that had a locking mechanism for their bezel, because obviously they don't want the bezel to be moving if their soldiers are using these and need to be extremely precise. So Rolex ended up filing a patent for a locking clasp, which basically hooks onto the top of the bezel to make sure that it doesn't move. This prototype was ultimately scrapped, and they didn't end up winning the pitch. Ironically, Bulova actually won the contract for the Commando project. So another big name that kind of is thrown into this story. So this watch really does stand out with its crown at 4 o'clock. It measures 42 millimeters and has 200 meters of water resistance. It's running the Tudor MT5612 cost certified movement. And basically the way in which this patented, I don't know if you want to call it complication, this patented clasp works is that it's between the lugs, and you are able to lift it and it locks onto the top of the bezel in order to reduce the amount of movement that goes into it. It retails for just under $4,000 US. This is such a cool watch. At first I thought, I don't really like it, but it's kind of grown on me. I don't think it really fits the type of watch that I would normally wear. It's definitely a over-engineered watch, if you want to say. People aren't going to be, I don't envision the majority of people being huge divers who are going to use this, but it's kind of ironic to think I'm paying $4,000 for an extremely practical and very utilitarian watch. It's iconic because it has that crown at 4 o'clock. I think it's gonna sell. I probably would not end up buying it just because it's not my taste, but learning a little bit about the history of the watch, which again at Life on the Wrist is what everything is about the story behind them. The fact that they tried to pitch this to the US Navy in order to win a program pitch, it adds to the value, and in a way it's kind of allowed that watch to grow on me a little bit more, and I'm sure it does the same for a lot of people out there who are watching this video. Those are the three really big hits. I think there was another watch that was released by Tudor, but in this video I'll just cover these three. Tell me what you think about the P01 from Tudor. It's definitely a polarizing watch. I like it from the story. Probably wouldn't buy it, probably wouldn't wear it, but I respect it, and if you end up getting it, I definitely respect you for wearing it and owning it. If you like this video and you've made it this far, make sure you like this video. Like I said, comment below what do you think about the Tudor releases, especially the P01, and I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day.